What is going on, everybody? Welcome back in to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. We have another NBA Summer League game for tonight to do. I'll be doing play-by-play of this one. The Indiana Pacers take on the Los Angeles Clippers. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give this the thumbs up to my channel down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I'll be calling play-by-play of this one. So, I'll take a look here at the LA Clippers. So, both of these teams completely different throughout Summer League play, as the Clippers finished with a record of 3-1 overall in Summer League play, just missing out barely on making it into the Summer League playoffs, as they came out to be the number 9 seed, 1 seed shy away from making the quarterfinals, as they lost that head-to-head game against the Memphis Grizzlies in the second game they played, 87-75, so that was the decider there. But for the Clippers, they have 2 draft picks they picked up from this past year's draft, both of them coming from Florida State. Number 27 overall, Mfiondu Kabengele, the 6th man for Florida State for the Seminoles this past season, and his teammate Terrence Mann, who joins him on the Clippers. Terrence Mann was drafted number 48 overall in the 2019 draft, played at Florida State as well. We'll look towards the Indiana Pacers here, as they picked up a draft pick in the 2019 draft. That draft pick was Goga Bitadze, but Bitadze, actually, he hasn't played in the Summer League. Number 19 overall pick, he was finally granted his visa today. So, Goga Bitadze hasn't played in the Summer League, and he will not play today, as he was at the Pacers facility earlier this morning. But yeah, we should be getting ready for action here with a tip-off momentarily. If you haven't done so already, give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So looking at some of the other stuff, we're just going to update you guys with what went on in the Summer League here for the Clippers. So they went 3-1. They beat the LA Lakers 93-87 in their first game, as Mfiondu Kabengele had a double-double, 21 points, 10 rebounds, as he's had a solid, so far, Summer League for the LA Clippers. As we have Tim in the chat. What's good, my man? Tim's back here for the chat. Cool Shadow Knight 23. Thanks so much for joining me back here. As Mfiondu Kabengele's had a really good Summer League here for the Clippers. 19 points in Game 2. They did lose that game to the Grizzlies, though, so that was the decider in that one. Like button went boom for sure, and Terrence Mann, his teammate, had a double-double, almost flirted. He was flirting with a triple-double, basically, almost had it. 15 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists in the win against the Washington Wizards on Tuesday, 90-72. As Terrence Mann is a shooting guard, and he racked in that many rebounds. How about this? Terrence Mann, shooting guard for the Summer League here for the LA Clippers, as he racked in 14 rebounds in Sunday's loss to Memphis. As we have Chris here in the chat. What's good, Chris? Thanks so much, man, for joining me. So yeah, we should be getting ready to tip off here momentarily between both of these teams. Total opposites on how they played in the Summer League. Pacers fans very disappointed from what they've seen in their team in the Summer League, as they've came out winless so far, 0-4, and the Clippers going 3-1, only losing to the Grizzlies. So, Tim's asking me which team do you think is going to win. I think the Clippers are going to win this one pretty solidly here. So, I think that the Clippers are going to win this game, as this is basically, with these two teams, if you had to seed them up in the Summer League, this would be the number 9 seed versus the number 30 right now, without those 2 international teams in the mix. So, number 9 versus number 30 here, as we have this game, but hopefully we'll be able to get some people in here, which is awesome. Thanks so much, guys, for passing this 300 subscriber mark within the past couple of days. We gained 57 subs in the last 6 days here on YouTube, which is awesome, including that video that went over 3,000 views a week ago, Pelicans versus Knicks. That one was insane, but I'll update you guys with the leading scores throughout. Kabengele has been playing lights out so far for the Clippers in the Summer League. His teammate Terrence Mann has been keeping up fairly well also, as he played college basketball with him at Florida State, and they both are now trying to find their way onto the roster here for the LA Clippers for next season, and the LA Clippers have the highest odds out of any team in the NBA to win the title. So here we are, getting ready for action as we got to the tip-off circle and the ball gets tipped off. So the Clippers will get possession first. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Lob pass over the top of the entry pass. Jumper to Key. That one no good as it hit the top right part of the backboard, and it gets rebounded here by Indiana. So the Pacers get the ball off the missed shot by the Clippers. 9:40 left to go in the first. Indiana has the ball. They have it at the top of the key. trying to have a redemption game here as they're 0-4 so far in the Summer League. This is Cody Demps trying to make his way into the key, passing that one back outside to his teammate right there, making a move into the lane and finishing for 2 as Indiana has the 2-0 lead early on in this one. So good start off their first possession right there, leading to the layup. Blowing past defenders for the Pacers. Clippers, second possession of the game. Left elbow jumper, no good. Hits the rim short. Rebounded by Indiana. 9:10 now left to go in the first. Pacers, with the ball, they sling it over the perimeter. They take the left corner three, and ooh, it was almost in, but it rattled right out there from the left corner. Gets rebounded by the Clippers. Clippers now with the ball, dribbling at the right elbow. Bounce pass inside, making their move to the lane, and huge jam right there. That gets thrown down by David Michino. So the Clippers tie this thing up at 2. 2 even right now, 8:40 left to go in the first. Pacers with the ball. They have it at the top of the key. Dribbling towards the right wing perimeter here for Devon Akun-Purcell. Purcell slings it out left wing perimeter into the hands of Demps. Passes over, dribbling left side baseline. Whistle on the foul right there. That is a turnover. Offensive foul committed on the play by the Pacers, so the Clippers will get it right back. So you got Goalhorns in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much, Goalhorns, for joining me back here. So we just got started here about a minute and a half ago. Scores tied up at 2. 8:25 left to go in the first. Clippers with the ball. They have it now at the top of the key, making their move inside, and that one's a big block inside the low post right there by Indiana. Indiana taking it past the left side of the timeline. Bounce pass inside, looking for somebody. Another bounce pass. They take a jumper at the front part of the free throw circle. No good, and they went for the offensive rebound. They got it, but it went off Indiana's shoe right there by number 24, Alize Johnson. So out of bounds by Indiana on the play. And the Clippers will get it back. As we got Ryan in the chat. What's good, my man? Ryan's back in here as well. 8 minutes left to go in the first. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me. That's a 3 taken at the right wing. No good by the Clippers. Gets rebounded by the Pacers here. So Indiana will take this one past the half-court logo as they're looking for their first win of the Summer League. Only one of 2 teams are winless. Them and the Lakers. That's a right elbow jumper, and Indiana connects. 4-2 right now is the score. Ohio, Ohio for Tim here in the chat. As the Clippers now have the ball. They have it at the right elbow. Bounce pass that one over, almost stolen from behind by the Pacers, but instead Clippers retain it, dribbling right side baseline. They lay it up and in underneath right there for 2. So we are tied up at 4 even right now. 7:20 left to go in the first. As the Pacers have the ball, dribbling at the right wing. They sling it over at the top of the key into the hands of Alize Johnson. Johnson played last season a little bit for Indiana. Appeared in 14 games this past season for the Pacers. As that ball gets stolen away from his hands and it goes the other way. Clippers with the ball, spin move in the key. As they were forced out towards the left elbow, they sling it over towards the right wing perimeter. Now into the hands, dribbling right side perimeter into the hands of Michino. Michino, lob pass over right baseline, trying to back their way inside the low post here. For the Clippers, that ball gets taken away. It goes the other way here. Pacers in the fast break transition. Little floater in the key, no good. Hits the front rim short and rebounded defensively right there by the Clippers. 6:40 left to go in the first. Clippers pushing tempo. That ball goes out of bounds, though, so they turn it over underneath the basket. So, yeah, both of these teams turning over the ball early on in this one, trying to push tempo on the court, and some, right now, just careless basketball going on. But tied up at 4, 6.5 left to go in the first. Any reaction from Westbrook and Chris Paul trade? Oh, man, Goalhorns, that was crazy last night when I found that out. Russell Westbrook getting traded from OKC over to Houston. That was just insane. Now he gets to team up with James Harden, basically, and it's going to be interesting to see how that works. That's a 3 drained down from the outside right there by the Clippers, 7-4 to score. That's going to be really interesting now with 2 players who take a ton of shots, James Harden and Russell Westbrook. How would that work in that type of organization? It's going to be really interesting. I'm so shocked about that. I thought that he was going to go to the Heat for sure, as that layup goes down underneath the basket right there for the Pacers by Devon Akun-Purcell, and it's 7-6. Oh, wow. So Cushman in the chat saying the Rockets just signed Anthony Bennett. I'm going to have to check that out when I do have a chance. So awesome. Thanks so much for the news right there. Wow. That is just really interesting. 5:30 left to go in the first. That shot taken no good. Gets rebounded by the Pacers here. Indiana taking it as that pass. Terrible pass right there. Gets tipped and deflected and stolen by the Clippers with 5:20 left to go in the first. Clippers with the ball at the left wing. Making their move inside. They have it at the free throw circle. That jumper in the key. No good. And rebounded. Lots of contact there, but no foul called. Rebounded by Indiana. Mikhail McIntosh got the rebound, puts it into the hands here of Alize Johnson. Johnson passes over top of the key into the hands of Cody Demps. Cody Demps with the ball for Indiana. Dribbling right wing perimeter, passes top of the key into the hands of McIntosh. McIntosh, a three, connects. From the outside, Indiana with an 0-4 record, keeping well here as they have a 2-point lead with 4:40 left to go in the first. This first quarter is just flying right by, guys. Hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Hit the subscribe button as well. Clippers with the ball, right side baseline. They pass it at the right elbow, trying to back their way inside the low post, and that shot, no good. Hit the rim short. Offensive rebound, no good. And we have a whistle underneath here with 4:33 left to go in the first, as we're going to go to the first commercial break here with 9-7 to score. Indiana with the lead. Who knew right now is they are coming into this game officially. They had the worst record in the Summer League, but right now they have a 2-point lead against the Clippers. So, yeah, I'm going to check that out for you guys. So, interesting there. So, Anthony Bennett just got signed by the Rockets. So yeah, right now we're on a commercial break, guys. Thanks so much for joining me in here on the channel. So you guys have been awesome throughout. Wow, so yeah, 15 minutes ago, according to the Athletic, Shams Charania of the Athletic, who was a former #1 draft pick, Anthony Bennett was, and he's agreed to a non-guaranteed deal with the Houston Rockets now. So that's where it lands him, as we got some deals going down throughout the league the past couple hours or so. We have Linei back in the chat. What's good, Linei? Thanks so much for joining me once again. I've seen Linei quite frequently when I do the Pacers games. We got the Pacers tonight playing against the Clippers. Actually, the Pacers up by 2 right now as we have a commercial break. Looks like Ryan's updating me on the Red Sox game. They're up 2-1 as they're back to action with their first game after the All-Star break tonight. They're playing against the LA Dodgers at Fenway, so that's great to see. Great start right there by the Sox as they hold the 1-point lead. Hopefully the bullpen can keep it up and not blow their it would be, I think, their 19th blown save if they do blow the next one. They have 18 blown saves, I believe, right now, which is 3 behind the New York Mets, which is first in the MLB at the moment here. But hopefully the bullpen will be able to close this one out with no problem and get the actual save in this one. So we're getting ready to go back to action here. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel right now. Last play was a tie-up on the court, so we had a jump ball at the half-court circle here. 4:25 left to go in the first. 9-7 to score. Clippers get that ball off the jump ball. They have it at the left elbow. They take the jumper. No good. Hits the front part of the rim, and it's rebounded here by the Pacers. That was Devon Akun-Purcell with a rebound. He went undrafted back in 2016. Played last season for the country of France in the Euro League for Laporte, a team out in the Euro League for France, as the Pacers have the ball. Top of the key here. 4 minutes left to go. They sling it back towards the left wing as they made a move inside, and the ball's tipped up in the air as it hit the front part of the rim. They get the offensive rebound. Pass underneath, and that shot goes up and in. Right there into the bucket. And it is 11-7 to score. 3:40 left to go in the first right now. So yeah, I had to look at that twice right there, but it went up and in off the backboard as ESPN was not quick to update their scoreboard. That 3 taken by the Clippers. It's a miss, rebounded by the Pacers. So Indiana with the ball, thinking about taking the top of the key 3. Purcell wisely passes left wing, dribbling left side baseline underneath. Whistle and foul. 2 shots coming up here by Marcus McDuffie at Indiana. So we have 3:24 left to go in the first. This game is moving really fast. Going by like a flash right now. And yes, listen to Gold Horns, guys. Everybody subscribe to Off the Wall Hockey. That's my best friend John's channel. Off the Wall Hockey on YouTube. He's been on YouTube since late September of 2017. He's almost up to 1,000 subscribers right now. He needs only 90 subs to reach that mark. He's at 910 subscribers at the moment here. So sub to Off the Wall Hockey if you guys haven't done so, for some great hockey content throughout the off season and live streams with live reaction games when he does go live in the NHL season. So first shot at the line was good right there by the Pacers. Second shot, no good. It gets rebounded by the Clippers. 3:20 left to go in the first. So my favorite college basketball team is the Rhode Island Rams. So actually I didn't go to college at URI, but It's one of the closest teams to me, Rhode Island and Providence. But when I was growing up in middle school and high school, I used to attend games at the Ryan Center, home of the Rhode Island Rams. And it was a couple of years ago they made the tournament. They made the tournament back-to-back years. I think it was 2018, 2017. And they were ranked in the top 25 too. That was awesome. And Lamar Odom played college basketball there too, which is cool. But yeah, I just love URI, going to the Ryan Center when I was a kid. Their jerseys looked absolutely sick. The dark blue and the light blue as well. Looks like right now we're on another commercial break. The score is 12. I'm going to update that. Actually, yeah, 12-9 right now, as the Clippers did go underneath to get the last bucket before we did go to break. So we have 2:57 left to go in this first quarter right now. 12-9 is the score. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here on the channel. Looks like Goldhorn's watching Cleveland versus Sacramento as well. So the Cavaliers playing against the Kings here at the moment. Going to update you guys with that score. It's at halftime currently, 50-41, as the Kings have the lead at the moment, as the Kings have a 2-2 record, Cavaliers with a 1-3 record, as that's just a consolation game. All the consolation games tonight. This is my only stream tonight, by the way. So, one stream today, one stream tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do the Celtics game tomorrow night because I'm out for a family dinner throughout most of the afternoon into the night. So, it's going to be a really late game on the East Coast. My goal is to do a stream a day, so this one is going to be that very late game between the Mavericks against the Timberwolves, 3 versus 6 matchup tomorrow night, so I'll be doing that game. And then, hopefully the Celtics have no problem beating the Grizzlies like they did last night. I think that they'll be able to get by them and no problem, so I should hopefully have them in the semifinals if they do get the W tomorrow. So, I'll be doing both semifinal streams here on the channel on Sunday, 6 and 8 p.m., and then the final game as well to the Summer League. Finals for the Summer League, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. So yeah, right now we're on commercial break. Gonna update you guys with the leading scores at this moment. Well, one thing I like so far by Indiana has to be the shot selection. Shooting the ball 50% currently from the floor by Indiana. Something that they haven't achieved so far in the Summer League. Look at these numbers. Their numbers just keep on dropping and dropping. 36% shooting in the first 2 games in the Summer League. 35% in Game 3 on Tuesday when they lost to the Hawks by 20. And 31%, it dropped even more on Thursday when they lost to Toronto 94-79. So I like the shot selection early in this one taken by the Pacers as we got a great game so far. And they hit a bucket right there. It's 14-9. 14-9 by the Pacers as they hit that one. And the Clippers go inside. They missed that shot. That ball does get tipped out of bounds, but Indiana last tipped it out of bounds right there. So the Clippers will get this one back here. So, yes, PC, Providence College, does have a basketball team. So, they play at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. So, Providence College plays in the Big East for college basketball. 14-9 to score, 5-point game, 2.5 left to go in the first. 3 on the shot clock, going inside, they dish it back outside. Nice 3 taken by the Clippers, no good, left wing 3. Missed right there, but it got the tip in for 2 with some serious jam on that one by the Clippers. It's 14-11. Sellout Caps fan in hockey. Classic. Yeah, Providence Hockey has a really good hockey team. A lot of those Northeast teams do. I know BU usually has a great hockey team, but unfortunately this season BU is like really disappointing as the Pacers right there missed a shot. Clippers go back on offense. They ran the length of the court inside. They float that shot in for the layup, and they get it. 14-13, whistle and a foul too, so Clippers will shoot the and one at the line, see if they tie this thing up at 14. 2:05 left to go in the first right now. As this is number 39, Shea Brissett at the free throw line, played college basketball this past season for Syracuse. That shot goes up and in, and we're tied up at 14. Indiana with the ball. 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter. They have it at the top of the key dribbling. Pacers pass it over towards the left elbow. They hand that one off into the hands of Cody Demps. Demps making his way inside that pass. He floats over to his teammate into the key, and that one goes down for 2 by Alize Johnson. Alize Johnson played on the Pacers for a little bit this past season. He appeared in 14 games throughout the season. 16-14 to score. 1:35 left to go in the first, and the Clippers have the ball. They have it at the right wing perimeter. They take the 3 from the outside. No good. It hits the front part of the rim right there by Tremaine Isabel. as he went undrafted, played college basketball this past season for the St. Louis Billikens. Indiana with the ball. They pass it over at the left corner perimeter. They missed the three-point shot right there, but they get the offensive rebound. Jumper in the key, no good. Third chance right there with another offensive rebound. Fourth chance, another offensive rebound underneath, and the Pacers finally finish. So they get that one for two. It's 18-14. Great job sticking with it on that possession by the Pacers to finally get a basket after the fourth offensive rebound right there by Indiana. Clippers now with the ball. They sling it over towards the right wing. They take the three. They connect with 56 seconds left to go, and it's a one-point game. 18-17 right now the score. Pacers are out in front, something that they've struggled to do throughout this entire Summer League. They have the ball at the edge of the Summer League logo, dribbling now at the right wing, sling it over. Open three, as open as you can get from the top of the key. They hit it. From the outside, Alize Johnson connects for the Pacers. I'm really liking the showing right now for Indiana in this one. Clippers with the ball underneath. They pass it back. They take the three at the left wing, and that one no good, and it's an offensive board once again, this time by the Clippers, so they retain it. Dribbling at the right wing with 22 seconds left to go in the first. I'd say Papa John's. So Papa John's I like, as that floater in the key, no good. Oh, nice rebound by Alize Johnson on the defensive end for Indiana. 10 seconds left to go in the first. They take this one past the right side of the half-court logo. They pass it over towards the top of the key here. Indiana, 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Dribbling now, making the move inside, as that pass was intended and tipped at the horn. I don't know why they were passing it there with less than a second left to go in the shot clock, as that ball was tipped anyway. Go and be aggressive and take a shot right there. Take a shot and see if you can hit it. Don't pass it off with a second remaining, so you know that you're not going to get the last shot off. But there we are at the end of the first quarter. 21-17 the score. I'm shocked already, but we still have 3 quarters left remaining. Just by how Indiana shot the ball in this game, it's been a huge surprise how they shot the ball so far. I'm going to look towards that shooting percentage right now. 50% from the floor so far, 8 for 16 by the Pacers in that first quarter. So if you want to win this game, you got to connect from the floor, and that's something that Indiana struggled throughout all 4 of their games in the Summer League. But right now, it's a total opposite after the first quarter, as they're 8 for 16 shooting from the floor. We'll see if that keeps up throughout this game. But right now, going to update you guys with the leading scores here on this channel. Leading the way for the Pacers, who has 8 points at the moment here, happens to be Devon Akun-Purcell for the Pacers. So he has 8 points here for Indiana's. Purcell was the number 2 scorer in the game 1 against Memphis. They got crushed that game 101-75. And Purcell, number 2 scorer again on Tuesday against Indiana, as he dropped down 16 points in that one. But Purcell leading the way for the Pacers with 8 points. 7 points right now by Alize Johnson, as he's the number 2 scorer at the moment here. As Alize Johnson appeared in 14 games this past season for the Indiana Pacers. And we're going to look towards the LA Clippers here at the moment. So leading the way for the Clippers, here's Oshae Brissett. He has 8 points after the first quarter. Also, as Oshae Brissett played college basketball this past season for Syracuse. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I'll be calling play-by-play of basketball action throughout the rest of the Summer League here. 1 game tomorrow night, I believe. It's going to be a really late game, though, on the East Coast. I'm from Massachusetts, by the way, so I'll be out throughout most of the day, but I'll be back for the Minnesota versus Dallas game, which is very late. Tip-off around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, but I'll be doing both the semifinal games on Sunday and the championship game of the Summer League on Monday, as we are back to action here in the second quarter. 9:47 left to go in the second, and the whistle and the foul, and Indiana will go to the line to shoot 2. So the Pacers here at the free throw line right now. So 2 shots coming up. It's number 19, Jalen Johnson, at the line, as he played for the G League team. The Iowa Wolves played for the Timberwolves G League team this past season, as Jalen Johnson averaged 8.7 points per game. First shot goes up. That one was a miss. Second shot at the free throw line by the Clippers. They're down by 4 here with 9:47 left to go in the second. Jalen Johnson's free throw, the second one, no good. Hit the top of the iron. Gets rebounded here by the Pacers. Rebounded here by the Clippers. Pacers missed the shot on the last play. Clippers with the ball at the right wing perimeter, into the hands there of Brissett, and a whistle and a foul called on the play. So 9:35 now left to go in the second of this game. So we just had a whistle here on the play. 4-point game. Clippers to inbound. 14 on the shot clock here at the moment. So, yeah, this is a shock to me. Clippers going into this game 3-1. Pacers 0-4 overall. And right now, Pacers shooting the ball great from the floor as they are 8 for 16 right now. That shot, jumper at the free throw circle. No good by the Clippers. Offensive rebound underneath. Second chance opportunity. They put it back up and in for 2 off the backboard. 21-19 to score right now. Indiana with the ball. Jumper in the key. That one is no good. Ball gets poked out of bounds. And Indiana will retain possession here. So that ball got touched, last touched out of bounds by the Clippers underneath. So Pacers to inbound as one of the players here, number 19 overall draft pick, is Goga Bitadze from the country of Georgia. He was picked up at number 18 in the 2019 draft. As we're back to action here. Terrible pass by Indiana, gets stolen away by the Clippers off the inbound, and they take it up the court and in as they jam that one in for 2. 21 even, 8:55 left to go in the second. We'll try this again with the Pacers. They have the ball at the top of the key. Indiana bounce pass. They have it at the right elbow. They take the jumper. That one no good. Bad looking shot as that one hit the bottom part of the rim. Rebounded by the Clippers. Fast break transition. Nice pass underneath the basket. They finish up and in right there underneath for 2. But a whistle and a foul with 8:43 left to go in the second. On the clock as we're going to see what the refs say here. Was that contact on offensively by the Clippers? I think, yeah. So offensive foul on the play, so they'll erase the bucket there. So ball go back to Indiana. So offensive foul underneath on the last play on the ESPN feed as we get ourselves still tied up at 21. Indiana with the ball. They pass it over at the right elbow, and tripping foul right there by the Pacers. Pacers were dribbling with a tripping foul committed by the Clippers on the play. Pacers had the ball at the free throw circle, and they were tripped with 8.5 left to go in the second. So Pacers to retain possession here. Pacers dribbling the ball right there into the key, and that is a turnover by the Pacers. Whistle and a turnover on the double dribble. So the Clippers will get the ball back. 8:29 left to go in the second. We're tied up at 21. Bounce pass over on the inbound here for the LA Clippers. They take this one past the right side of the timeline, dribbling with it into the hands of Tremaine Isabel. Isabel with the ball at the top of the key. He loses it off his shoe. Pacers almost get it, but the Clippers retain it. 8:15 left to go in the second. They have the ball at the left wing perimeter. They sling it over at the right corner. They take the 3, and that one's no good. Hits the top of the rim. Rebounded by Indiana, taking it past the half-court logo. Making their move into the key, and that shot goes up, and a whistle and a foul. And we got 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here by Indiana with 8:04 left to go in the second. Looks like we have Maxwell in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much for joining me as we got 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. If you guys like what I do, make sure to hit that like down below. Hit the subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball games. I'll be back tomorrow for 1 game, and then I'll have both of the semifinals for you guys on Sunday and the championship game of the Summer League on Monday. First shot goes up, and that one goes in at the free throw line by Devon Akun-Purcell. So it's 22-21 right now. Indiana up by 1 with 8:04 left to go in the second. Second shot by Purcell. That one no good. Rattled out. Rebounded by the Clippers. So Clippers now with the ball. They're going to take this one past the left side of the timeline. They have the ball at the left elbow, making their way inside. And that is a reach and foul committed right there by number 7 for Indiana, Cody Demps. So Cody Demps commits the foul inside. 7:56 left to go in the second. And we got ourselves an inbound pass coming up for the Clippers. This inbound pass will be at the left wing of the perimeter. They pass that one off, and that is a turnover right there. They pass it off towards the left wing, and they pass it off to the wrong teammate. Indiana, fast break transition. They put that one into their hands underneath. Left baseline jumper goes down by Jacqueline Grant. 24-21 right now is the score. 7:40 left to go in the second. Clippers with the ball. They pass that one off towards the top of the key, moving it over at the right wing. As this is Tremaine Isabel, who has a bounce pass. Inside jumper, too high off the backboard by the Clippers. Rebounded by the Pacers. And the Pacers going to take this one past the timeline. They pass it out the right wing perimeter. Bounce pass inside, making their move inside for 2 and finishing right there to the hole as that shot goes down. So number 9 for the Pacers, Mikhail McIntosh banks that one home for 2. It's a 5-point lead. 26-21, 7:05 left to go in the second. Clippers with the ball as they have it at the right elbow into the hands here of Isaac Humphries. Humphries passes at the right wing into the hands here, and dribbling at the right corner is Tremaine Isabel. Isabel making his move to the basket. That one and the floater in the lane, no good. Hit the left top of the rim, rebounded by the Pacers. Indiana with the ball, slowing down tempo. 16 on the shot clock. 6:45 left to go in the second quarter here. Pacers up by 5, taking it at the right side of the perimeter, now making a move into the lane. Indiana jumper and a key, and that one goes down right there into the key for 2. And to get fouled as well, so the and one coming up at the line. That shot rolled around the ring of the rim, and it went into the net. So Indiana playing really well right now from the court. As Victor Oladipo, the Pacers point guard, going to be injured for a couple months, I believe, for next season, as he's still recovering from the injury he suffered in late December of this season, as they did get some point guard help in the offseason there when Malcolm Brogdon, huge signing from Milwaukee, to go over to Indiana now to fill in for Oladipo when Oladipo's out for the first part of the basketball season for next season. So 28-21, shot coming up at the free throw line. That one is no good. Hit the top of the iron by Devon Akoon-Purcell. As that ball gets rebounded by the Clippers. LA Clippers with the ball. They take it past the right side of the timeline. This is Michino. Michino at the right elbow. Looking to pass it to somebody. Bounce pass over at the top of the key. Clippers with the ball. They pass it back to Michino. Michino making his way. Dribble drive into the lane. Passes back out. At the left corner perimeter as his teammate slips, but he finds his man open right there with a jumper. They connect for 2. 28-23 with that jump shot. It goes down by the Clippers. As this is a 5-point game. Once again, 6 minutes left to go in the second. Hit that like button if you're new guys to the channel. Hit the subscribe button as well. Indiana with the ball at the top of the key, dribbling. Cody Demps makes his move inside, and Cody Demps gets stripped of the ball into the lane right there with 5:56 left to go in the second. And that is a turnover by the Pacers on the play. So we got ourselves a TV timeout here on the court. 5:56 left to go in the second quarter. 5-point lead by Indiana. Going to update you guys with the leading scores of this one on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So right now, guys, leading the way for the Pacers, 11 points at the moment here for Indiana happens to be Devon Akoon-Purcell, as he's leading the way with 11 points and 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And we're going to look towards the Clippers totals right now. 10 points by Oshae Brissett. Oshae Brissett played college basketball at Syracuse. He wasn't the best player of that team. That team had 2 really good players on it this past season. Tyus Battle from Syracuse, and also Elijah Hughes. And then Oshae Brissett, his point totals, he averaged 12.4 points per game this past season for Syracuse, but he was the leading rebounder with 7.5 points per game. But right now, Oshae Brissett doing well in the production department, scoring points in this game with 10 points so far. So right now, we're going to look towards the team statistics of this one. One of the things that's stuck out so far in this game has been the shooting percentage for Indiana, just a tad below 50% from the floor right now for the Pacers, as that is something that they haven't been able to accomplish so far in the Summer League, as these are the shooting percentages after 4 games in the Summer League so far entering tonight. 36% in the first 2 games that they played in the Summer League for Indiana. And then in the third game on Tuesday against Atlanta, they shot the ball at 35% from the floor. On Thursday in Game 4, they shot the ball at even worse, 31% in the loss against Toronto, as Indiana right now shooting the ball just below 50% from the floor, 11 for 23 right now. So that is the key, how the Pacers have been able to lead this game so far. It's been really interesting. If you had asked me who would win this game before this game started, I'd tell you the Clippers, but we still have plenty of basketball left. Of course, only a consolation game. This game just basically matters to basically the player development, to see who fits on the roster when the season comes around, and what players will get signed here in the upcoming days, what players will go down to the G League. The G League team for Indiana happens to be the Fort Wayne Mad Ants out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and the other players who will not make the roster. So that's what it's about. Who will make the roster, who will make the G League with a 2-league contract, and who will get cut in its entirety here. As that shot taken by Indiana at the left wing, no good, hit the front part of the rim, and rebounded by the Clippers as we're back to action. 5:35 left to go in the second. Clippers with the ball as they have it at the right elbow. They pass it back at the right wing perimeter now into the hands of Michino. Michino calling out the play right now. Dribbling to the right elbow, slings it over at the left corner. They take a left corner 3 from outside. No good, off the mark by the Clippers, and nice rebound right there off a teammate tip by the Pacers. So Pacers retain it. Top of the key, they sling it over at the right wing. Johnson passed that one into the hands of Purcell. Purcell, the leading scorer with 11 right now for Indiana. Dribbles at the top of the key and making his move at the free throw circle. Jumper at the free throw circle, no good, but big tip in by Purcell. Back to his teammate. Offensive rebound right there by McIntosh. Right baseline jumper goes down for 2 by the Pacers. Pacers with a 7-point lead, 30-23. 4:50 left to go in the second right now. Clippers with the ball. As we get Sports Fan TV in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much, Sports Fan, for joining me right now. As it's a 7-point game. This is a surprising lead by the Pacers, who have yet to win a Summer League game. That shot, no good. It was a contested 3 at the left corner, and it was a miss. Hit the front part of the rim by the Clippers. Rebounded by Indiana. Indiana with the ball. They take a 3. Top of the key, no good, off the mark. Hit the top of the iron, but another offensive rebound underneath by the Pacers. Going inside, Alize Johnson. Huge layup right there with a reverse hand, going down for 2. Largest lead of the night so far by Indiana. Shocking the Clippers fans here, but it's only the Summer League. 4:10 left to go in the second. Catch and shoot from the outside. That's a miss. 3 at the top of the key by the Clippers with 4:05 left to go in the second. Pacers with the ball, slowing down tempo. 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. They have it at the top of the key, dribbling. As this is Holiday. Holiday, floater in the key. Oh, got tipped right there. Tipped by number 36 of the Clippers. And it gets rebounded here by the Clippers, making their move inside. They sling it over at the right corner, dribbling. Right corner, baseline. Too much force right there on that jam. And that was a miss. Slam dunk, dribbling right side baseline by the Clippers. Gets rebounded by the Pacers. Indiana with the ball, they dribble at the left wing perimeter. Slowing down tempo with Purcell. Purcell instead takes the 3, and no good from the outside. Gets rebounded by the Clippers. 3:20 left to go in the second quarter. Clippers again, dribbling right side baseline. Whistling a foul here on the court. We got 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Oshae Brissett of the LA Clippers. So Alize Johnson right there trying to guard Oshae Brissett as he was dribbling right side baseline, and Johnson committed the blocking foul on the play. So 2 shots coming up for the 6'8", 21-year-old college player from Syracuse. That his name is Oshae Brissett. Played 2 seasons at Syracuse. Averaged 12.4 points per game. He was the leading rebounder for the Orange this past season. First shot goes down at the line. It is 32-24 right now the score for number 39 for the Clippers at the free throw line. Oshae Brissett for his second one. Second shot goes down. As it's a 7-point lead by Indiana. 3:20 left to go in the second quarter as the Pacers will inbound. Indiana with the ball. They're going to take this one past the half-court logo with Cody Demps. Cody Demps with 3:14 left to go in the second. Still at the top of the key, dribbling towards his right. Demps dribbling with the ball, dribbles back towards the top of the key. Passes off at the right wing. Passes back towards Cody Demps. Takes the 3. Top of the key, Demps. No good. Way off right there. Hit the bottom part of the backboard. Gets rebounded by the Clippers. LA Clippers with the ball. They have it at the right wing perimeter with Michino. Michino slings it over at the left corner perimeter. That ball goes out of bounds with 2:52 left to go in the second. But yeah, good start here by the Indiana Pacers so far in this game. 32-25 right now. 2:52 left to go in the second quarter. When we do get back to action here, we are on the commercial break. Make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button, guys, as well as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll be back with one stream tomorrow night. Timberwolves playing against... Yes, in a minute, so the Timberwolves playing against the Mavericks tomorrow. So I'll be doing that late game, and then the 2 semifinal games I'll be doing on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and then I'll be doing the NBA Summer League Finals, 9 p.m. Eastern Time as well. So I'll be doing that on Monday, but right now, 32-25 to score. Indiana shooting the ball fairly well from the court early on. That number, though, has dropped to 43% right now as they are 13 for 31. So I was saying early on, Indiana's numbers look like this. During the first TV timeout, they shot the ball at 8 for 16 from the floor. And then the one after the end of the first quarter, they were 11 for 23. But ever since right now, they're only 2 for 8 from the floor ever since starting out this second quarter here for the Pacers, as we only have 2:46 left to go in the second. So this game, both of these teams have struggled to score points so far. In this one, as we look towards the leading scorer, Oshae Brissett right now with 12 points by Indiana leading the way. So Brissett leading the way in scoring. 11 points by Purcell right now for the Clippers, as he's tied with a leading scorer. Also, Alize Johnson played with the Pacers, Yeah, played with the Pacers this past season. He has 11 points right now for the Pacers. So Brissett for the Clippers leading the way with 12 points in this game. As we get ready to go back to action, 2:40 left to go in the second quarter. Indiana with the ball. So they pass that one underneath, and that ball goes out of bounds. So 2:45 left to go in the second. 7-point game here at the moment. The Pacers with this inbound. They put that ball now into the hands of Cody Demps. Alize Johnson, 11 points from the floor by Indiana. 5 for 8 shooting. He's already got 9 rebounds so far in this one. Whistle on the foul committed by the Clippers on the play there with 2:39 left to go in the second quarter. So the Pacers will inbound this ball. They pass it over at the top of the key now. Into the hands of Alize Johnson. Johnson pass over into the key. Trying to move their way inside the low post with a turnaround jumper. That one no good. Gets rebounded by the Clippers. Clippers take this one past the timeline. Big burst of speed down inside the court into the lane. And the whistle and the foul underneath. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here with 2:21 left to go in the second by the Clippers. So this game so far, shock to me. Pacers coming into this one 0-4 record-wise so far in the Summer League. And they've been able to not only keep up with the Clippers in this one, but they've had a comfortable lead. Largest lead of this game, 9 points by the Pacers in this game. So first shot at the free throw line was a miss by the Clippers right now with 2:21 left to go in the second. Second shot coming up at the free throw line. So Clippers shooting 2 at the free throw line. First shot was a miss. Second shot coming up by the 2018 undrafted player, Kaiser Gates. As he played college basketball at Xavier, the second shot goes down. So it's a 6-point lead by the Pacers. 32-26, 2:15 left to go in the second. Indiana with the ball, dribbling towards the right wing perimeter. They sling it back towards an open teammate. Takes the top of the key 3, knocks it down from the outside right there by Jacqueline Grant. Jacqueline Grant letting it fly with a 3 ball from the outside. It's back to a 9-point lead. The largest lead of the game so far by the Pacers. 35-26. Minute 55 left to go in the second. That shot taken at the left corner perimeter. No good by the Clippers. Whistle on the foul underneath. Committed by the Pacers right there. As that happens to be number 23, Jacqueline Grant, who just hit the 3-point shot, gets called with a rebounding foul underneath the basket. So Grant checks out of the game, or he's into the game right now. So Jacqueline Grant's actually still into the game at the moment here. Looked like he was going to check out on the bench. A minute 45 left to go in the second. Pacers get this ball back off the Clippers turnover. So Pacers now with the ball. They have it top of the key, working their way inside. And that is a bad pass inside the low post. Lots of contact at the right elbow. Purcell thought that it should have been a foul call. No foul called by the refs on the play. Purcell still wondering why there wasn't a foul. He tried to pass it off to his teammate right there. Down inside the low post, and it went out of bounds. So currently, timeout taken by the Clippers on the court. 35-26 is the score. This game is going by really fast right now with a 9-point lead by Indiana. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here on the channel. Make sure to don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So right now, we're going to update you guys with the leading scores at this moment. So 11 points, still leading the way here for the Pacers in this game is Devon Akun-Purcell with 11. He's tied with the leading scorer at 11 points, as well as Alize Johnson for the Pacers. Looking towards the Clippers, scoring 12 points dropped by Oshae Brissett. At this stage of the game, Brissett, though, has committed 3 fouls so far in this game. Doesn't matter anything, though, in the Summer League, as long as you don't commit 10 fouls, because 10 is the limit in these pull play games, and I believe in the consolation game as well. Once you get into the playoffs, if your team makes it into the Summer League playoffs, the foul limit is 6, which is the actual foul limit of the NBA, and the college foul limit is 5. So right now, we're just going to look towards the other games in the Summer League here, as the Sacramento Kings just ended the third quarter against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Scored out, went 77-71 after 3 quarters between those two teams. As we had other games that went final today. Los Angeles Lakers got their first win of the Summer League. They beat the Golden State Warriors today. 88-87 was the final there. Jordan Caroline led the way, 20 points for the Lakers in that one. High-scoring game between the 76ers and the Raptors. Philadelphia won that game 108-102 as P.J. Dozier scored 22 points for Philadelphia. He played last season on a two-way contract with the Boston Celtics, as he played the majority of that season in Maine, part of the Maine Red Claws. But we're back to action here. 35-26 to score as the Clippers go inside the low post. They bank it home off the backboard for 2 right there, as that shot goes down by David Michino. It's now 35-28. Pacers with the ball. They have it at the top of the key, dribbling. They're going to dribble at the right wing perimeter. They pass it at the left elbow. Hand it off at the left wing. They take a 3. That one from outside, no good. Contested 3. Great defense right there by the Clippers. Gets rebounded by LA. Clippers now with the ball. They take it past the half-court logo. They have it at the right wing perimeter. Moving up now towards the right elbow. They take the jumper by Michino. No good. Gets rebounded by the Pacers. 50 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 35-28 to score. Indiana with the ball at the top of the key, dribbling. This is Devon Akoon-Purcell. Purcell now dribbling at the left wing. Passes back towards the top of the key into the hands of McIntosh. McIntosh passes over now into that hand. And they try to go for the crossover right there into the move. And that shot goes down by Alize Johnson. Alize Johnson having a great game. 13 points so far for the Pacers. 37-28 right now is the score with 25 seconds left to go before halftime. Clippers with the ball dribbling at the top of the key. Now they dribble towards the left wing of the perimeter here for the LA Clippers. Making a move at the left side baseline. They sling it over back towards the top of the key for LA. They take the left elbow jumper. No good. Gets rebounded by the Pacers here with 10 seconds left to go before halftime. Pacers have the ball at the right wing. This is Alize Johnson. 5, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Johnson takes the deep 2. Right baseline. Hits the rim short. And that is the end of the first half. 37-28 as we are at halftime now. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here on the channel. I appreciate it. So right now, we're at halftime. 9-point lead by Indiana. It's 37-28 in this consolation game. But, yeah, if you asked me before this game, I thought for sure the Clippers would get the W here. But looking at some of the players right now for the Clippers, they've rested in this game. Both of those draft picks they rested from the 2019 draft that played at Florida State. Mfiondu Kabengele and Terrence Mann, so they are not playing in this game right now. So one half is concluded, and it's a 9-point game. So yeah, just going to look towards the leading scorers of this one. Both of those guys pretty much locks on the back end of the roster. Mfiondu Kabengele and Terrence Mann of Florida State, both picked up in the draft, as Kabengele was the number 2017 overall draft pick from this past draft, and that was Kabengele, and Terrence Mann got picked up at number 48 overall in the draft. But let's look at some of the players. This is a big game for them, for the Clippers. Make it or break it to make the roster here, or get a two-way contract to go play in the G League. If so, they'd be playing for the Agua Caliente Clippers out of Ontario, California. But right now, leading the way in scoring for the Clippers, 12 points at the moment, is Oshae Brissett, as he played college basketball at Syracuse. He is the leading scorer here at halftime for the LA Clippers. As far as the Pacers scoring is gone, 13 points leading the way right now at halftime is Alize Johnson. Alize Johnson trying to fight for his roster spot, as he appeared in 14 games this past season. And Alize Johnson was picked up in 2018. He was the number 50 overall draft pick in the 2018 draft. So he's trying to make a lock here for the roster for the Pacers. Looks like Alize Johnson should be able to hopefully get in onto that roster. Another player here trying to look to appear into that roster, doing well and shining in these Summer League games, is Devon Akoon-Purcell for the Indiana Pacers right now, as he played overseas in France in the EuroLeague this past season. But right now, he has 11 points at halftime. But Alize Johnson, double-double right now with 13 points and 10 rebounds at the half. So that's what the numbers look like so far at halftime. Just going to update you guys with what else is going on in the Summer League here at the moment. So looking at all the slate of games that went down during the Summer League, as looked like Giannis Morin was the leading scorer today for the Oklahoma, or he was a big player today, big factor for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He had 10 points along with 3 blocks, as the Thunder squeaked out a W against Team Croatia 69-68, as that leading scorer for the Thunder in that game happened to be Darius Bazley. Glad to see him on the course. He went straight from high school, took an internship at New Balance, and didn't play college basketball, but instead he got picked up number 26 overall in the draft. So great to see finally Darius Bazley getting some playing time here for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they won by 1 point today, 69-68 over Team Croatia. So that's pretty cool. So Sports Fan TV is streaming NBA 2K19, and his team right now is on the channel. That's awesome, man. That's great. Great to hear, my man. So yeah, so looking at what other stuff went down in the Summer League, Phoenix Suns crushed Team China today. 94-64 was the final score there. Close one between Philadelphia and the Toronto Raptors, but Philly taking the lead for good at the end of the game. 108-102 was the final there. PJ Dozier finished with 22.7 rebounds and 7 assists for the Philadelphia 76ers. He played last season on that two-way contract up in Portland, Maine for the majority of the season, playing for the Maine Red Claws. But as far as the Lakers and Warriors game, they played today. LA Lakers got their first win in the Summer League, 88-87 over the Golden State Warriors, as Jordan Caroline from the University of Nevada led the way in scoring for the Lakers, 20 points in that game. Kevin McLean scored 24 for the Warriors. We'll look towards the other games that went down. Cavaliers playing the Kings right now with around 7:50 left to go in the fourth quarter, as the Sacramento Kings hold an 81-74 lead at the moment. Just going to update you guys with the leading scores there. And that one looks to be the Cavaliers leading the way. Malik Newman with 20 points in that game for Cleveland so far right now. But yeah, right now we're at halftime currently. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here at this game. But I'll be back tomorrow. One game, Dallas Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Will be a very late game tomorrow night. Probably won't tip off till around 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll have that game for you guys. And then I'll have both of the semifinal matchups on Behind the Arc Basketball on Sunday. Those matchups start at 6:30 p.m. on the East Coast, and then 6 p.m. on the East Coast, and then 8 p.m. as well. And then I'll have the Summer League final for you guys, the live stream play-by-play on Monday night also. So right now, we are at halftime. I am shocked that the Pacers have been able to play this well in this game. 37-28 is the score. Just looking at that shooting percentage number at halftime here, and Indiana was going well throughout the game, and that number just kept on dropping, unfortunately, for the Pacers, as they shot the ball 11 for 23 at the last commercial break. They started out 8 for 16 from the floor at the early stages of the first quarter towards the end, but right now at halftime, Indiana shooting the ball 15 for 36 from the court. That's good for 43% from the floor right now, so that's not a terrible number. All 4 of their games in the Summer League, they shot the ball really poorly from the floor, under 36% in all 4 of those games, but right now their best percentage, 43%, if they can maintain that percentage going into the next half. But here we are with the Clippers. The shooting bug has hit the Clippers today. A lot of bricks in this one by the Clippers shot up. 31% from the floor, 11 for 37 shooting from the court. The most shots have been taken by the leading scorer, O'Shea Brissett, right now, who has 12 points at halftime, but he's taken 11 attempts. He's 4 for 11 so far in this game, though. So yeah, we are still at halftime at the moment. This game moved by really fast in that first half. Just going to preview the seeds, though, for the upcoming playoffs. So, unfortunately, the Clippers just barely missed out right on the cusp of that playoff, but they found out that they were the number 9 seed as they lost the head-to-head to the Memphis Grizzlies, as Memphis got the number 8 seed. So the seeds look like this for tomorrow's quarterfinals. The number 1 seed goes to the Boston Celtics. They'll tip off against the team that they crushed yesterday against the Memphis Grizzlies, as that one will tip off 4:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And then the 4 versus 5 seed, either the winner of the Celtics versus Grizzlies will play the winner of this one, Miami versus the Pelicans, as New Orleans happens to be the number 4 seed with a 3-1 record, even without Zion. Big help, though. They got Jackson Hayes and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, so that helps them out a ton. Nickeil's been on fire throughout this entire Summer League once he was able to play in these games. But the Pelicans take on the Heat tomorrow. That game will tip off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then on the other side of the bracket in the quarterfinals, number 2 seed, the Detroit Pistons, will take on the Brooklyn Nets. That one will tip off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. The only game that I'll be streaming tomorrow night will be the very late one, 10:30 p.m. on the East Coast. That's the number 3 seed, the Minnesota Timberwolves, taking on the number 6 seed, the Dallas Mavericks. Minnesota was down by 20 points with around 8 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the Miami Heat in the third quarter in that game. And Minnesota completed the comeback and won it. It was crazy that comeback that the Timberwolves had, that they were able to come back and get the W against Miami. But Miami's a really good team as well, led by Tyler Hero, the number 13 overall draft pick. He's only 19 years old, and he's played his best basketball that we've seen in the Summer League so far. But here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to the third quarter right now. 37-28 is the scores. Indiana's up by 9. 9:46 left to go in the third as the Pacers were drilling inside the lane right there underneath the basket. Whistle and a foul called on the play by the Clippers with 9:46 left to go in the third. So 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here by the Pacers. This is number 9, Mikhail McIntosh. Shooting 2 at the line. This shot's up. This shot is no good. Hit the top of the iron. So hopefully this will be a close game. Mikhail McIntosh played college basketball at Oregon. He went undrafted back in 2018, played for the G League team, for the Toronto Raptors G League team this past season for the Raptors 905. Second shot, no good, and on the play right there, so no, thought it was no good, but went into the bucket right there. So 38-28 is the score. Clippers take the right elbow jumper, they connect with it, and it's 38-30. 9:25 left to go in the third right now. Indiana with the ball, they are up by 8. They have the ball at the top of the key. Dribbling with it as this is Purcell. Purcell dribbling towards his right. Passes off top of the key once again into the hand of McIntosh. McIntosh, left wing perimeter. Hands that one off to his teammate, Alize Johnson. Johnson taking this one inside the key. Big block from behind right there by the Clippers on the play with 9:12 left to go in the third. So Alize Johnson trying to take that one inside for the layup, and it just got blocked right there, out of bounds by the Clippers. Pacers will retain it. Right baseline jumper, that one no good by the Pacers. Gets rebounded by the Clippers here. Clippers with the ball. 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Going to take this one past the timeline. They have it at the left elbow. Free throw circle, bounce pass inside. Big time slam. Jam right there for 2. As that one gets sent down by the Clippers for 2 points. It's 38-32. That's Cliff Alexander, number 36 right now on the court, who had that block before, and he also had a one-handed jam. 6-point game. Pacers with the ball. They have it at the right elbow, and that bounce pass inside gets stolen and taken away. Clippers now with the ball. They're going to take it past, burst of speed, past that half-court logo. Sling it back. Open 3 taken right corner. No good. Offensive rebound by Alexander. They move it around once again. Right corner 3 taken. Second time, they knock it down from the outside right there by the Clippers. So that shot drops right down by Oshae Brissett, and this game has got a whole lot closer. 38-35, 8:10 left to go in the third, and we got ourselves a whistle here on the court. As this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here. Looks like we're going to a commercial break right now, but a hot start for the Los Angeles Clippers to this second half right now on the channel. So yeah, great start so far by the Clippers, making sure that the Pacers are still winless in this Summer League play right now, as the Pacers want to get the W here. If they do lose this game, they'd be the only team in the Summer League to lose every single game in Summer League play. That'd be a really disappointment for Pacers fans. What you want to do here is, for the Pacers, they would like to see their team get the W here for some hope in the future, I'd see, as these Summer League games don't really count or anything. They do have the Summer League playoffs, which start tomorrow, and the Summer League final, but these games aren't anything like big towards the championships and stuff like that. It's more about player progression and who will make the roster, and for coaches to take a last-minute check on these players before they make their decisions. So that's what it's about here for the Summer League. But right now, leading the way, Oshae Brissett knocked down the 3 at the right corner. He missed the first shot, but the offensive rebound was sent right back to Brissett, and he drained the 3 at the right corner. So Oshae Brissett is leading the way with 15 points at the moment for the LA Clippers in this game. So right now, we are on a commercial break. When we do get back to action, we'll have 8:14 left to go in this third quarter and a 3-point game. So yeah, we just had a TV timeout taken here on the court just a brief moment ago, but we are getting ready to go back to action. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like down below, hit that subscribe button, as well as I call play-by-play here. So the Pacers with the ball as they inbound it, and now they take it at the right elbow, make their move inside the low post, they bank it home off the backboard right there for 2. That goes down by Mikhail McIntosh. So it's 40-35 right now. 5-point lead by Indiana. 7:50 left to go in the third. Clippers with the ball. They sling it out towards the left wing perimeter. As the Clippers dribbled out with Cliff Alexander making his way into the key. Lob pass over the top, denied by the Pacers. Pacers moving in transition. Floater in the key. That one goes down for 2 right there by Indiana. So Indiana getting things done on the other side of the court. Both sides of the court right now as Alize Johnson hit that shot home. 7.5 left to go in the third quarter. Clippers with the ball. They have it at the right wing perimeter. Bounce pass over at the right baseline. Trying to back their way inside the low post. Jumper to key. Hits the right side of the backboard. Gets rebounded here by the Pacers. It's a 7-point lead by Indiana. 7:15 left to go in the third. Jump shot. Taken right there from the outside. They laid it up. Right corner 3 goes down by the Pacers with their largest lead of the game. It's 45-35. Clippers with the ball. They have it at the right elbow. They pass that one off at the top of the key into the hands of Michino, and that is a whistle and a foul here with 7 minutes even left to go in the third. So 45-35 is the score. Clippers will get the inbound here as it was a defensive foul committed by the Pacers on the last play. O'Shea Brissett leading the way right now for the Clippers. He has 15 points. Had a 3-point shot from the right corner a couple minutes ago. But Clippers with the inbound, and they pass it out towards the right wing perimeter, dribbling with it. They lob it over the top, and that is a whistle and a foul called on the play. So lob pass over the top, and that is a foul committed defensively by the Pacers. Number 15 guarding right there with a foul by Indiana. That was Jay Henderson trying to get his slim minutes so far in this one. Inbound pass over to the Clippers here. 6:50 left to go in the third. Hit that like if you're new to the channel. Hit the subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of this one. Left elbow jumper taken by the Clippers. No good by O'Shea Brissett. Gets rebounded by the Pacers. Big burst of speed underneath. Indiana no good. Tons of contact right there as a player gets bounced right into the cameraman. Full court pass as the Clippers miscommunicate. Indiana steals it. Up court pass right there as nobody is alone on the defensive side to guard Indiana, and they jam it down for 2. This is the largest lead of the game right now for the Pacers at the moment. Goes in for the slam jam for 2 by Marcus McDuffie, sending it home with a full court outlet pass. So right now we are on commercial break, guys. Thanks so much for joining me on the channel. It's a 12-point game. Indiana trying to get their first Summer League win of the Summer League play right now in the last game of Summer League. So 47-35 right now is the score. Make sure to hit that like down below. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. And a big thank you out towards everybody. Thank you so much. We've gained 57 plus subscribers in a week here on YouTube. We've had some really big streams here on the channel. Of course, there's tons of sports tonight, so there's probably all other games going on. So not as many people out there viewing this channel right now as the other games in the past. Like, that was huge. 3,000 views total a week ago. Pelicans against Knicks. That was an insane game. Had like 35 to 45 people in the chat at once. That was crazy. But right now, guys, 6.5 left to go when we do get back to action. It's a 12-point lead by the Pacers. So we have Cody here in the chat once again. Thanks so much for joining me back here, Cody. I appreciate it. So yeah, we just keep on growing this week, and I just cannot wait till basketball season starts up again. It's going to be, hopefully, some more people joining here on the channel once they find it or so. So, yeah, preseason basketball will be back in October with the live streams right after the entire play-by-play gets finished. So, Monday night will be my last stream for the Summer League Final. I'll be back tomorrow night with a stream. It's a very late game, though, as I am away throughout most of the day on Saturday. I don't get back home till late, but I will be streaming the 6 versus 3 matchup, Minnesota going up against Dallas. So I'll be doing that game tomorrow. Hopefully the Celtics will win, so I'll stream them in the semifinals. I'll be doing both the semifinals on Sunday as well, so we should have some good numbers, and the championship game on Monday. And then that will be it for live streams, but I'll still be doing videos throughout the channel as well, like the basketball news. I got a couple of topics here in mind. I'll also be doing YouTube premieres once we get closer to the college basketball season. So we are back to action. Looked like the refs said that when we went to commercial break, there was a 3-point shot taken by the Clippers. As they reviewed it, his foot was on the line, so they put it back to 34. But that layup in transition goes down. So 47-36, Clippers get that shot in transition. 5:40 left to go in the third. Good video on Carmelo Anthony. That'd be a classic 47-36, Indiana takes a left corner three. That one was really contested, but look who comes in right there with the offensive rebound and the putback. That's Travin Thibodeau for 2 right there, as nobody saw him coming into the lane as he put that one back up and in with 5:25 left to go in the third. Clippers dribbling inside the low post, whistle a foul committed by Indiana right there with 5:21 left to go. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here for number 36 for the Clippers. This is Cliff Alexander. So 2 shots at the line by Cliff Alexander. Thanks so much, guys, for making this a great summer. By the way, great summer league, a stream a day that I've done in the summer league, and this has been awesome getting the viewership that I've been getting. But right now, first shot, no good. Hit the front part of the rim. Yeah, we'll see what Carmelo has left in the tank, but his last elite season, I believe, was 2016 was basically his last elite season when he still was an NBA All-Star, and then he's been down on the cliff ever since. But yeah, that would be interesting if a team could sign him and see what Carmelo Anthony still has to offer. That'd be really interesting. There was somebody else thinking about going into the NBA too. I think that was Amari Stoudemire. I think he was interested in being picked up by a team. So Amari Stoudemire, I think he said like a couple of days ago, if there's like any teams interested in picking me up, feel free. That he's still able to keep up with the other players on the court, even though that he's aged right now. So whistle the foul here. Indiana shooting 2 at the line with 5:05 left to go in the third. First shot's a miss. So we have some players checking out of the game. Cliff Alexander, who's thrown down a couple of dunks in this one for the Clippers, has checked out. First shot was a miss by Indiana. Second shot as well, they missed at the free throw line. Both of these teams shooting poorly at the free throw line throughout the game. Jakeenan Grant missing both of those. Clippers getting the rebound here. They have it at the top of the key, slinging it over at the right wing. Bounce pass over at the right elbow. They pass that one inside. Nice move into the lane with a finish with a two-handed jam. And we get ourselves a 10-point game once again. That was Shea Brissett banking that one home, as it's a 49-39 score. Indiana with the ball, dribbling left wing perimeter. They pass that one over towards the right wing, making their move into the key. Sling it over top of the key here for the Pacers. They move now into the lane. They pass that one back outside. Good ball movement from left corner to left wing. No good, though, as that three-point shot was a miss by Cody Demps. Gets rebounded by the Clippers. 4:20 left to go in the third. Clippers now with the ball. Little floater in the key. They connect. 4-2. That one goes down by David Michino. So drawing a little bit closer here. 49-41 is the score. That pass goes out of bounds as Indiana pushed tempo up the court with 4:09 left to go in the third. Pass goes out of bounds. I believe the Pacers will get the inbound here, as we have cut to the feed showing the Clippers bench at the moment. So yeah, Pacers will inbound this one underneath their basket. They pass it over at the right wing of the perimeter. Looking for somebody to pass it, sling it towards the top of the key. Catch and shoot, fire from the outside. They connect. Whether that goes down for 3 by Marcus McDuffie. So that is a response right there by the Pacers, and a good one with a catch and shoot at the top of the key. Clippers with the ball at the right elbow. They pass it out towards the top of the key. Tremaine Isabel dribbling towards his right. Passes. Top of the key three taken. No good off the left side of the rim, and it goes out of bounds by the Clippers. Pacers will get it right back. 11-point game. I actually haven't seen the dynamic duo take yet. I'll look that up, though, when I do have a chance. Dynamic duo take. But yeah, we got the duos in the NBA now. The most recent one yesterday, Russell Westbrook teaming up with James Harden. Now it's going to be interesting to see how that goes, how they'll be able to share the ball together, because both of those guys are shooters on the court, and they like to let it fly, just like the Clippers did from 3 right there. Pacers not back in time on the defensive end, and the Clippers drain one down at the top of the key. So yeah, we got tons of duos out there in the NBA now. So 2019-2020 season, it is the season of duos for this upcoming season. KD and Kyrie playing for Brooklyn, but KD is still recovering from that injury, as that shot, wow, that goes down, hit the top of the iron, but it bounced right in perfectly into the net for 3 by the Pacers. So Kevin Durant injured, as he'll be recovering from that Achilles injury that he suffered in the NBA Finals against Toronto, playing for Golden State, as he'll most likely not play for next season, but if they do make a deep run into the playoffs, you could see KD possibly play in May or June if they do make it that far for Brooklyn next season. So KD and Kyrie, and then Anthony Davis and LeBron playing for the Lakers. On the other side of LA, you got the Clippers with Kawhi and Paul George teaming up. It's going to be insane basketball next season in LA. LA Clippers fans for sure. Looking forward to this. For their season, favorites on the betting line with Doc Rivers' squad. First time ever in franchise history for the Clippers. As that is just going to be something insane. All of LA with LeBron and Anthony Davis going up against Paul George and Kawhi. And then the most recent one is going to Houston, as that happens to be Russell Westbrook traded from OKC over to Houston, as he'll be joining James Harden. James Harden playing with him now as Chris Paul got traded to Oklahoma City along with a couple of assets and future draft picks. So we're back to action here. That shot, no good at the right elbow, but the Clippers get it back. They drain it in transition for three. This is 55-47 the score. Indiana with the ball. They turn it over right there. Clippers going inside the low post. They bank it home off the backboard. Whistle and a foul as well. And this game is getting closer right now. 55-49. Yeah, I don't ever think that KD is going to be 100% after that injury. I don't think he's ever going to be himself, like, ever again. Like, probably, like, I'd say maybe, like, 80% after that injury or so. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, following Paul George. But that's just going to be insane. Paul George and Kawhi teaming up next season for LA. Kawhi just playing the Lakers and telling them that he was gonna sign with the Lakers, but nope, he had the Lakers waited out as long as it could possibly be, and he pleased them to sign with the Clippers. But here we are back to action, as that shot no good by the Pacers inside, and the Clippers making a furious comeback right now. Clippers with the ball at the left wing, and they try to dribble with it, and they went down on the court. Bodies collide right there underneath the ball, still bouncing around. Clippers retain it into the key, and they lay it up and in for two by Isaac Humphries. This is now a 4-point game, 55-41. Indiana was up by 12 points a couple minutes ago with 1:38 left to go in the third. So 55-51 right now is the score with 1:28 left to go in the third quarter. Two shots coming up at the free throw line as the Pacers try to go inside and a whistle on the foul here. So two shots coming up at the free throw line by Indiana. Indiana trying to go for their first ever win in the Summer League. They're the only winless team now in the Summer League. Lakers won by 1 today against Golden State. So first shot goes up, that shot goes in. It's 56-51. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see two players who take a ton of shots on the court, and they don't shoot particularly well from the court either. James Harden and Russell Westbrook, a lot of bricks that they toss up, but they get a ton of points because they take a ton of shots from the court. So it's going to be really interesting, as that shot at the free throw line goes down by Indiana in transition. Outlet pass right here. Clippers sling it back. Left wing three. They take it and knock it down from the outside. 57-54. Indiana with the ball once again. 1:05 left to go in the third quarter as they make their move now. Top of the key into the lane. That shot missed underneath the basket. Second chance opportunity. That one a miss as well. Tons of contact right there as Devon Purcell couldn't get that shot off. Clippers with a rebound. They have it at the left elbow. That pass taken away, stolen by Indiana with 45 seconds left to go in the third. Outlet pass up top there to Purcell. Dribbling right side baseline underneath. Couldn't hit that shot home either, as it was too strong off the backboard. Clippers going inside. Nice pass right there inside the low post. Dribbling right side baseline, and they one-handed jam. Send it down, and this is a 1-point game. 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Indiana with the ball at the right wing of the perimeter into the hands here for the Pacers. This is Cody Demps. Demps making his move into the key. That one too high off the backboard. Teammate help as that one goes down for a two-handed jam with the offensive board by Alize Johnson. Johnson having the big game in this one. 15 seconds left to go in the third. Clippers with the ball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. This is Tremaine Isabel. He'll have the last shot of the third quarter in a 3-point game. 59-56. Clippers have it. Left wing with Isabel. Isabel with three. Takes the three from the outside. No good at the top of the key, and rebounded there underneath the basket by Alize Johnson, and that is the end of the third quarter. 59-56 is the score. Furious comeback, though, by the Clippers right now, as they were down by 12 points and now only down by 3. They cut the deficit to 1, though, in the third quarter, but now down by 3 as we end the third and begin the fourth here momentarily in Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, it's going to be just really interesting, I think, for next season, what Houston can do if they can put those pieces together with Russell Westbrook and James Harden, or if it's just a total playoff choker. So it's going to be interesting what the pieces come out to be with those two, because those two guys they take so many shots, both of those players. But yeah, Paul George, great move to team up with Kawhi as well, playing for the Clippers. Great move. It's the best chance for Paul George, honestly, to win a title, to move away from Russell Westbrook. I was reading something today. It was actually about Russell Westbrook and how there was tension there between Westbrook and the Thunder. How Westbrook, even before he asked for a trade, once we knew about it, it was throughout the season that Russell Westbrook had thoughts that he wanted to be traded. So it was well before that he wanted to go someplace else, because those two playing together, they just weren't good enough as a duo to make it onto a championship squad or so. But Paul George making that move with Kawhi, that's the greatest chance for Paul George right there. He's got now playing for the Clippers, and that's why they're the favorites right now. But we're back to action. 59-56, 9:45 left to go in the fourth. Clippers had the ball first, but that ball on the pass at the right wing perimeter got stolen by the Pacers. So Pacers now with the ball, taking it past the timeline. They have it at the right corner perimeter. Dribbling baseline underneath by Johnson. Whistle the foul on the play here with 9:34 left to go in the fourth. Oh, wow. So, yeah. That's quite interesting there. And he wanted a trade, like, before we actually knew the info there, that Russell Westbrook wanted that trade. So 59-56, Indiana going inside, and they get that shot home for 2. That shot goes down. 61-56 right now is the score. Clippers with the ball. They have it at the left wing. They pass it over to an completely open man at the top of the key, and it is an air ball. Oh my goodness. You try to take a 3 when nobody even on you, and it falls way short right there of the rim and didn't even touch the net on the play. So air ball goes out of bounds by the Clippers. Pacers will get possession back on this inbound. They take this one past the right side of the timeline. Indiana looking for their first Summer League win. They are 9 minutes away from that happening. 61-56, 8:58 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass inside underneath the basket, as that shot is no good, but we had an offensive foul committed underneath. A little bit of push-off right there by Jalen Johnson on the play for Indiana. So turnover by the Pacers, offensive foul on the whistle. So Clippers will get this ball back with 8:50 left to go in the fourth. So Clippers right now with the ball. They have it at the left wing of the perimeter. Dribbling now left side baseline underneath the basket. And they pass it back out to the right wing. Clippers taking a 3. They connect from the outside with 8:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. This game got a whole lot closer. 2-point game, guys. If you're new to the channel, spike that like down below. Hit that subscribe button, as well as I call play-by-play. There's a game in overtime currently. Cleveland against Sacramento, with a minute and 40 left to go in overtime, tied up at 93 there. This game is a very low scoring game at the moment. 61-59 with 8:23 left to go in the fourth. Whistle and a foul committed on the last play underneath the basket. Pacers shooting 2 at the line. So all these games are consolation games today. These teams basically playing for pride, playing for player progression, to see how all the players do in this game and to see who will take, if there are roster spots, the last couple roster spots, who will take these roster spots here in the Summer League. If not, who will get a 2-way contract, play in the G League, and who will get cut in its entirety. So both of the shots go down at the free throw line at 63-59. Clippers with the ball. They have it at the left elbow. Whistle on a foul committed. Reach and foul by the Pacers right there, as that was Alize Johnson who committed the reach and foul by Indiana. 8:16 left to go in the fourth. Clippers will inbound this as they are down by 4. So the Clippers inbound pass it. They pass it over at the left baseline, trying to go inside. They get stripped into the lane right there, and that ball gets turned over. Indiana with a steal. Pacers with it with 8:05 left to go in this fourth quarter. They take this ball past the Summer League logo, have it at the top of the key, dribbling at the right elbow. Right elbow jumper, taking no good, hits the front part of the rim short. Offensive rebound, though, they retain it. Jacqueline Grant with the offensive board. Slings it over at the left wing. Lob pass. Over now at the left elbow, trying to back their way inside the low post. Big block underneath right there by the Clippers. Clippers get the ball. They're going to take this one past the left side of the half-court logo. Clippers now have it. They take the 3. Square up for left wing 3. No good. And a whistle and a foul underneath here with 7:39 left to go in the fourth. So that 3 taken, it was no good on the last play by the Clippers by Cliff Alexander. But we had a foul committed underneath. It was a rebounding foul by the Clippers here. We're going to see underneath. So the Pacers will get the inbound. So Pacers to inbound this one on this play. Number 19, Jalen Johnson will be the inbound passers. Indiana gets the ball. Make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. 4-point game, 7.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Pacers with it, dribbling towards the left wing perimeter as this ball is into the hands of Purcell. Purcell making his move inside at the free throw circle. Lob pass over the top, back to his teammate at the top of the key. Is stolen away. Clippers going inside, laying it up and in right there for 2, and we got ourselves a 2-point game. 63-61 right now is the score off the steal and the fast break transition. Pacers with the ball at the top of the key. This is Johnson. Johnson hands it back off to Purcell, dribbling. Top of the key with 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. Purcell with the ball, dribbling now, takes his move into the lane. Little floater, gets it to connect off the backboard. Up and in right there for 2 by Purcell. 65-61 is the score. 6:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Clippers bounce pass inside. Nice job into the lane right there as they lay it up and in. Bad rotation defensively by the Pacers on that play that they could not keep in front of the Clippers player. Laid it up and in right there for 2. So that was a great move by the Clippers. Terrible defense played by the Pacers. Pacers going right back at it though. Purcell taking a 3, knocking it down. 68-63 right now. 6:25 left to go in the fourth quarter. Whistle and a foul committed underneath on the play here. 5-point game. So a foul here. We're going to see what happened as Isabel was going for the floater in the key, and that was a whistle and a foul in the last play. So 6:25 left to go in the fourth. Clippers will inbound. So it's a non-shooting foul. They pass it towards the right wing perimeter. Dribbling at the left elbow. Sling it out at the right wing. They take a 3. From the outside. Ooh, almost went in. Hit the bottom part of the rim. Went back to the top of the rim, and it went out. Rebounded by Indiana. Big burst of speed inside. Nice reverse hand layup, but couldn't finish with it. Offensive rebound underneath. And a whistle and a foul. Yeah, this game is going by so fast right now, Ryan. 68-63. It's been a really low-scoring game. Both of these teams shooting bricks from the floors. Whistle and a foul. 2 shots by Indiana coming up at the line. This game just went by like a breeze. 2 shots at the free throw line. There's a game in overtime currently. Sacramento and Cleveland. Last time I checked, I believe they were tied up at 93. First shot goes down at the free throw line right there by Jalen Johnson. I'm going to check that score for you guys with the other game going on. It's 10 seconds left to go in overtime. Cavaliers have a 2-point lead. 98-96 against the Kings. Of course, these games don't mean anything. As far as, the only thing they mean is for player progression, basically, to see who will make the roster as far as roster spots go, and who will make the G League, and who gets cut in its entirety. This is basically just like an evaluation standpoint for all the coaches and the GMs of these teams. So, the second free throw goes down by Indiana as the Clippers missed a shot in the key. Pacers get this rebound. So Pacers take the left elbow jumper. That one no good. Tippin, no good. Second chance here with another offensive rebound. Another tip-in, no good. And the third tip-in opportunity. Finally, he tips one right into the net. Great job to stay with the ball and finally get one to go home into the net. 72-63 right now. 5:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass inside. Clippers sling it back outside. They are moving it around the perimeter now at the top of the key. Making their move now. Inside the low post. Nice pass. Two-handed jam. Throwing it down right there by the Clippers. Great assist on that play by LA by Cliff Alexander, number 36, who gets credited with an assist. So Summer League playoffs begin tomorrow. So the playoffs begin tomorrow. Top of the key 3 taken. Indiana, no good. So Celtics play tomorrow at 4:30. Unfortunately, no Celtics stream for me tomorrow because I'm out of the house at that time. I'm going out for a family dinner in the afternoon. I am doing a stream tomorrow, but it's going to be a very late game. It's going to be Minnesota versus Dallas. That is a very late game tomorrow. I think it starts at 10:30. So, I have no work the next day or so. But, actually, the Celtics are playing the Grizzlies, who they beat last night. They're playing them again tomorrow. The Celtics are in the number 1 seed in the Summer League. As right now, we're on the commercial break. When we do get back to action, we'll have 4:50 left to go in the fourth quarter and a 7-point lead by Indiana. But, we'll look at the seeding here. The Celtics are in the number 1 seed, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. But if the Celtics do win, I'll have the Summer League game for you guys on Sunday, both of the semifinals games, so hopefully, fingers crossed that the Celtics do beat the Grizzlies for a second time around. Of course, Grayson Allen, terrible night for Memphis, as I believe he was 1 for 8 shooting from the floor. He committed 2 flagrant fouls in the span of 7 seconds on the court, got ejected from the game. Great job by Grant Williams of Boston, though, to keep his composure, to not fight back against Grayson Allen. What a goon Grayson Allen is. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? As the first foul that he got called with a flagrant was that Grant Williams was setting a screenplay towards the left elbow, and then Grayson Allen got behind him and threw down Grant Williams onto the ground. And then the second one, 7 seconds later, is that Grant Williams received the ball inside the low post, and Grayson Allen comes from behind, swats at him right at his head, and with a pretty big whack right at Grant Williams' head. So Grayson Allen got ejected from that game. It happened to be the 3rd ejection of the Summer League. Also, cool. So you'll be able to get home around work around 10. That's awesome. So yeah, I'll schedule that one for you guys. So yeah, so 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, a very, very late stream. Thank goodness I don't have work the next day on Sunday. I'll be doing both of the games on Sunday for the semifinals. I believe the semifinal times are 6 and 8 on Sunday. Also on Monday, I'll be doing the NBA Summer League Finals. So every single day of the Summer League I've streamed here, so this is awesome. Every single day since the 5th of July, I've streamed a game. And then I've streamed the game before that, as we are back to action here. Indiana with the inbound, dribbling right side baseline. They go in for the layup, reverse hand. They connect with that one. 74-65. 4:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Clippers with the ball. They have it at the right elbow. Looking to pass it to somebody to lob it towards the top of the key into the hand of Mishino. Mishino with the ball, dribbling at the right elbow. Passes back. Top of the key 3 taken. Clippers connect. They stay winning this game. 74-68. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth. Yeah, I was reading something about Grayson Allen, who 2 years ago with Duke, he was doing that exact same stuff. Dirty player for sure. That top of the key 3 taken from the outside, and Indiana connecting right there by Purcell. That 3 taken in response by the Clippers could not go down, hit the top of the iron, and it gets rebounded by the Pacers. And looks like they're going to win this game. They nail another one. Purcell, back-to-back 3-pointers, and they have a 12-point lead. 80-68 right now. So after this game, if this stays true, no teams will be winless in Summer League play in the USA. The only team I believe that will be winless is Team Croatia at 0-5. That's a left baseline jumper taken by the Clippers. Bad shot selection, no good. Battle for the rebound. Pacers had it in their hands, but they coughed it up for a moment. Clippers get it back, and Clippers driving inside, whistle, a foul committed in the low post by the Pacers. Yeah, this has been incredible. The Summer League growing this channel. I think like 56 subs in the past 6 days. It's been unreal here. It's been an awesome platform. The playoffs were tougher to do, especially the NBA Finals, because everybody, like all the play-by-play channels, were streaming the same game, so it was tough to get numbers on that channel, because all the other channels that have been streaming for like years and years, basically, were at the top of the algorithm or so for YouTube, where I've only been on here for like almost about 6 months now, or so, as both of the shots go down at the free throw line by the Clippers right there. It's a 10-point lead, but Alize Johnson, great game for him today. 23 points, 13 rebounds in this one. But yeah, this is awesome. Summer League just growing this channel. If you guys are new out there, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So the Pacers have the ball dribbling at the top of the key. They make their move inside, and they bank it home off the backboard with the layup for 2. 2:45 left to go in this fourth quarter. Clippers now are down by 12. Entry pass inside the key. They take the jumper, and that shot is no good, but a reach and foul committed right there by Purcell, trying to guard the Clippers in the key. So we have 2:44 left to go in the fourth. Yeah, I thought since I'm a smaller channel here on YouTube, this would be an excellent opportunity for me to grow my channel. I wasn't sure, like, the response at first, but the first stream that I did, it wasn't even, like, part of the actual Summer League. It was that California Classic. I think it was the Heat against the Lakers. I did that game. And there were, like, people in the chat. And I actually got subscribers from that game. So I was actually shocked. So then I did the next game. And there were a bunch of people in that as well. And then the numbers kept on building and building. And that was a crazy stream a week ago. Pelicans against Knicks to see RJ against Zion. That the game ended in an earthquake for that one. That the game didn't even, like, count. And that one, and Zion got hurt before halftime, which was crazy. But that stream got over 3,000 views. My highest views here on the channel, which was absolutely awesome. Yeah, I've seen Sir Cardinal do a couple of the games. I've seen him do, like, really late games. Like, those games tip off around, like, 11:30 or so. He does. So I've seen Sir Cardinal do his streams. But yeah, the Celtics games, like, we got some passionate Boston sports fans up towards this area, which is awesome. One of the games for the Celtics stream got, like, a perfect ratio, like 26 likes to 0 dislikes on the channel, which was awesome. Great stream, that game on Monday against the Cavaliers. But yeah, a lot of people, like, love the Celtics games. Hopefully the Celtics make it into the semis and the finals, because there's going to be a bunch of people joining in, hopefully, to see Tacko Fall. It's going to be all this Tacko hype. It's just incredible. Hopefully Tacko can somehow, some way, make the organization for the Celtics. Like, if they put him on a two-way contract, I hope. I hope they put him on a two-way. There's stuff that he needs to build up to play in the NBA, but if they build him up in Maine for a couple months playing for the Red Claws, I think that would be a great opportunity there for Tacko Fall to build up his game. But yeah, hopefully, because I haven't heard anything about those two, Carson Edwards and Tacko Fall. Oh man, there was a meme that went out on the internet today. Carson Edwards with a picture right next to Tacko Fall, and Carson Edwards wasn't even half of Tacko Fall's height. That was incredible with those two on the court. But hopefully Carson Edwards gets signed to the Celtics. We're awaiting that. There were reports that he's in the stages of discussions with a contract a couple of days ago. And hopefully Tacko Fall gets that two-way contract to still play in the Celtics organization. And Guerschon Yabusele got waived the other day. That was that was yesterday afternoon. He got waived in the afternoon. So no more Guerschon Yabusele. His era as a Celtics player has been over. He just never developed as a player. 4 points scored in the Summer League by Yabusele in 33 minutes in total. As we are back to action here. 2.5 left to go in this game. Clippers with the ball. They take the left wing three from the outside. No good. That is a miss, and it gets rebounded by the Pacers. Indiana with the ball off the rebound. And they're going to take this one past the left side of the timeline. They're chewing down clock here with Devon Akun-Purcell. Purcell slings it over, and it goes back into the hands of Purcell. It takes the right wing three, and that one's no good. Gets rebounded by the Clippers. 2:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. As the Clippers try to go inside. No good right there. Too strong off the backboard. They do get the offensive rebound. Bodies collide underneath as the Clippers rebounded that one off the tip at the top of the key, and a Clippers player fell right there at the top of the key. That was Cliff Alexander. So that was a foul committed right there by Purcell of the Pacers. 1:59 left to go in the fourth, and then we'll be back tomorrow with a late game. Minnesota going up against Dallas. So yeah, no more drunken bear on the court right there for Guerschon Yabusele with that alley-oop pass that Carson Edwards floated to him. That should have been an easy slam for Guerschon Yabusele. Easy 2 points for Yabusele, but nope. Yabusele couldn't haul it in. Butterfingers on that pass. Lost control of the ball and did a face plant as he fell right into the first row of the camera section and knocked down the cameraman. That was basically the summarization of the entire Summer League for Guerschon Yabusele as that, and then the play that he tried to go for the loose ball that he injured his pinky finger, and then he just never played in the third game against Denver. That was it. I think the coaches had enough of that. Injured his pinky finger, and then he just never played against Denver, and that was it. He found out that he was cut the next day, or that was Tuesday. He found out he was cut 2 days later, so Thursday. So I think that news broke with Yabusele getting cut. I think it was around like Thursday late morning, around like 11:30 or so, when that news came out. So we have now a minute and a half left to go before this game's over. But Indiana looks like they'll get their first win of the Summer League here as they have the ball at the right wing perimeter. Johnson takes this one inside, takes the right baseline jumper at the horn right there as the shot clock expires with a minute and 19 remaining, and he drills it for two at the right baseline. 84-70 is the score. Clippers going inside the low post with a big burst of speed. Whistle on the foul right there. So 2 shots coming up at the line. So Alize Johnson having a great game today for the Pacers in this one. I'm going to update you guys with the totals here. So is he leading the way? I think he is, yeah. Yep, he is leading the way. Him and Purcell, man. Both of those players scoring big points today. 25 points plus 16 in this one by Alize Johnson, along with 13 rebounds. So double-double game. Great game by him to close out Summer League play. 25 points, 13 rebounds for Johnson for the Pacers, who happened to be, let's see here, he was the number 50 draft pick in 2018. As far as the other player here, Devon Akun Purcell went undrafted. Actually, he went undrafted back in 2016. He played overseas this past season in the country of France in the EuroLeague for a team called La Portal. And he right now has 24 points in this game, along with a double-double, 10 rebounds. So we have a minute 14 left to go. Both of the shots at the free throw line go down by the Clippers. It's 84-72. So it looks like the Red Sox game is delayed here. Now Ryan's updating me on. So yeah, it was raining today where I was. Raining in southeastern Mass. Quite a good downpours. There were some big thunderstorms that came in like really on early today. I think we picked up like 3 inches of rain or so. Like a crazy amount of rain throughout the course of the day. But off and on showers on this Friday night right now in the Boston metro area here. So we have a minute left to go. Pacers with the ball. They'll get their first Summer League victory here. As Purcell passes off. Left corner 3 taken from outside. No good by Indiana. And that one gets rebounded defensively. 2-on-0. Fast break right there by the Clippers as the Pacers got caught. Very slow in transition. Defense could not keep up. And the Clippers got right behind them and jammed that shot home right there for 2. So in the fast break transition, nobody there for Indiana, and the Clippers take advantage of it. But anyway, this game's over. 34 seconds left to go. 84-74 the scores. The Clippers have the ball. Whistle on the foul. Oh, so that's good. So yeah, Red Sox up, bottom 7, and yeah, they can call that game since this past five innings. So that's great. So yeah, if it keeps on raining, umps might just call that one or so. As Indiana has the ball off the inbound. Oh, nice pass right there, left elbow, and oh my goodness, with a two-handed jam right there. No defense whatsoever by the Clippers on that play, and just tearing down a rack was Mikhail McIntosh for the Pacers with 22 seconds left. Clippers with the ball. Make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button, guys, as well. I'll be back tomorrow night. So, unfortunately, I won't be in for the afternoon. I'm going out tomorrow night for a couple things. Family dinner in the afternoon. So, won't be able to catch the games tomorrow as we have a whistle here with 5 seconds left as the Clippers were dribbling inside the low post. But I will be back for a stream tomorrow. A stream a day here on the channel in the Summer League. Back for a stream tomorrow. It will be the 6 versus 3 seeds playing against each other. The Dallas Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I actually did Minnesota against Miami. I think I did that game on Wednesday. I did that game. What a crazy game there. As Minnesota was down by 20 points. I remember Ryan was actually in that chat, and we were at halftime, and the score was a blowout. And the Heat were winning with about 8:20 left to go in the third quarter. The Heat were up by 20 points in that game. And then the then the Timberwolves came right back storming, had an incredible late third quarter, cut that deficit, and then the Timberwolves won that game, which was incredible comeback. Great job defensively, putting just a great effort there with tons of adjustments. But in this game, this one is gone final right now. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on this channel. The shot does go down at the free throw line by the Clippers, as they did get fouled with 5 seconds left to go. They did hit one. They missed the second one. But this game has gone final right now, 86-75 is the final score of this one. Alize Johnson, huge game for the Pacers. 25 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals by Alize Johnson. And the other player for the Pacers that was just right behind him in the scoring happened to be Devon Akoon-Purcell, who scored 24 points along with 10 rebounds. So great ending here for the Indiana Pacers, even with that rocky summer league that they've had throughout entering the summer league game today, 0-4 record-wise. But they finally find a way to win here against the LA Clippers, and it's an 11-point victory by the Pacers to close out summer league play. Of course, the Clippers weren't playing their top draft picks that they picked up from this past 2019 draft. Mfiondu Kabengele did not play today, same as his teammate at Florida State, who also happens to be his teammate here for the Clippers. That happens to be Terrence Mann, who didn't play today either. But this one's gone final, 86-75. I will be back tomorrow with a Summer League game, and that will be a late game, 10:30 p.m. on the East Coast. The number 3 seed, the Minnesota Timberwolves, takes on the number 6 seed, the Dallas Mavericks. I'll have that game for you guys, and then I'll have both of the semifinal games on Sunday, 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll have those 2 games and the NBA Summer League game on Monday. So thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here on the channel. Before you go, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well if you enjoyed what I did here on the channel. But thanks so much, everybody. You guys were awesome in the chat once again. And signing off for tonight. Have a nice Friday night, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Indiana Pacers finally getting their first win and their only win here of the Summer League. Don't forget, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube.